Welcome to Live with Toni Talks. Today we have something really, really special. This will be our first, it's not necessarily a trilogy, but it's something in that area. We have a really, really special guest by the name of Chyna. Say hello, Chyna.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so with Chyna, she has her own spa for children. It's called the Dainty Doll Spa, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things today, and I'm really excited about this because if you've been watching Live with Toni Talks, we just had an episode on working with, not necessarily working with children, but we just had an episode where we discussed where there was a little girl who used a product that was geared towards children on her face. It was a facial mask, one of those sheet masks that you put on your face. You know, you wear it for 15 minutes, you take it off, and it's supposed to have like this ultimate at-home spa effect. Well, unfortunately, that child, along with other adults, had extreme adverse effects connected with that mask. I'll show those pictures later during the topic, during our discussion. But they had an extreme adverse effect to those masks and the chemicals that were in that mask. Well, I reached out to Chyna, and Chyna agreed to have a few sessions with us to talk about her business and how the products that she has, are actually geared towards children instead of geared towards just a general group of people. So you won't have the same, it'll lower the occurrence of issues where, the child ends up with an inflamed face or an adverse reaction due to the products that are available in the mask compared to if they just have an allergy to something, because that was just a strong, chemical that was in the mask that caused those issues. So, Chyna, what do you want to tell us about your business? Like, how did you get it started? Where are you located? What type of services do you offer?
Okay. So I started 2 years ago with the spa. Had always done regular events for people, birthday parties and anniversaries, things like that. But I hosted a spa here in my hometown of Joliet, Illinois. And it was a event that I held about 5 years ago. And it was for the whole community to come out and get facials, pedicures, and their manicures. My partner actually, with my sister who had a spa down in Peoria, Illinois, she came up to assist with it. And it was just really to have, girls in the community come out and have just a fun day. But it was received very well, and it just kind of stuck out in my mind. Now, my main goal at that time was just birthday parties, and I would decorate people's parties and then ship them supplies. So if you weren't here in Illinois, I shipped to almost every state, even out of the country. It's called Party in a Box.
Party in a Box?
Yeah, Party in a Box. So basically, you book your birthday party. It's kind of like going to Party City, and I customize everything in the package. And I send it to you in a box, and there's your party in a box. You just have to basically set it up, and you're the host. So
okay.
I did that. Okay. So that was the main source. But the spa thing really just stuck in my mind, and I was like, man, how can I do something else with that? Like, it just kind of sat there for like 4 years.
So you were doing Party in a Box for 4 years, and like, did you ever have like many events prior to that led up to the spa, or it was just something that when I get it together, that's something that I'm going to do?
That was what it was. So based off that one event that I did, Like I said, just kind of kept cycling in my mind. I'm like, how do I bring this vision from my head out? So 2 years ago, I just said I'm gonna do it. A girl booked a regular party, and I sent it down to Florida, and it was great. And the lady there wanted to work with me. And then someone here locally had another spa party as their birthday party theme, and I said, I gotta keep getting this. This must be a reason.
Yeah.
So I need to go and put this forth. So I got 5 little girls from my church. We had a photo shoot. I customized their whole entire outfit. They had tutus and t-shirts, and we did a photo shoot. And I just used that as my platform to start promoting the spa parties. So that's kind of how it came about. And there are just 5 of them, and they were my brand ambassadors. They represent my brand. I just used that to market, and I started getting more and more spa parties, and it just kind of grew and grew. And then I didn't have any products besides just party stuff. And then I was approached by a lady named Joanna. She's with Starbella. That's the name of the company. That's who manufactures sugar scrub I'm going to talk about today.
Okay.
She sent me a link. She was like, go ahead.
Okay, so Starbella, and I can see how that happens. It's kind of like a process that you gradually grew, and before you knew it, your vision came to life in a sense.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to show you guys. It's Kid at Heart, the Dainty Doll Spa. She has some really awesome images from parties that she's thrown in the past. Let's see if I can pull that up. From parties that she's thrown. And it has the little girls, and they're laying back. They have their cute little satin robes with the logo on it, and they got the cucumbers on their eyes with the little. Oh my God, they look like little adults. It's beautiful. No, this is what attracted to me when I went to your webpage, and I was like, oh my God, I have to talk to her because not everyone does this. Everyone, when you think of spa, you think of adults at a spa. You think of, Swedish massages or something like that. Not something that's for children, that's teaching little girls about self-care, because it does start at a young age. Taking care of yourself is not something that happens overnight. Or you just immediately walk into. It's a gradual stage, and if you start your child young, that's when you meet the young lady who is 50 years old, but she still looks like she's 35. So if you guys see on this, it's the Yes to Grapefruit, and it shows the image of the girl. Her face was beet red after using one face mask. So you want to avoid this, and Chyna has products that are geared specifically for children, for the sensitive skin of children. It's not going to cause irritation. If your child does have specific allergies, you can consult with her, and she'll be able to let you know what's in those products, and might be able to whip something up for your child. So yeah, right? Might be able to whip something up for your child that they'll still be able to enjoy the spa experience without having to worry about their allergies being triggered.
Yes.
So, and overall, have you ever had situations where it's a party, and maybe it's a very diverse mixed group of kids, and they all kind of bombard you? How do you deal with that? Because working with children is tough, especially at a birthday party.
Yes. So it's funny that you even asked that, because these parties are amazing. You can actually, they're like my little friends at the party.
Okay.
And their character comes all the way out. So however they are is how they are when they're getting pampered. So I even had one ask me, "Do you know what you're doing?" Because when I go to spa, they don't do that.
Are you serious?
So they're they're at that age, they're candid, they're uncensored, they say what they mean and mean what they say. Mm-hmm. So it's just wonderful. Like you said, if they bombard me, I'm patient. One moment, I'm gonna get to you, ma'am, and give them sweet baby, I'm coming, because I've had like 15 at one party, and they're all getting these 3 services. So I do have assisted. My daughter assists, and one of her good friends, they assist the parties. So we try to break it up in groups of 5, so that way it's not so overwhelming, and one person isn't trying to take on 10 to 15 children at one time.
Okay, okay. So you do have staff. So if it's like it's a certain amount of children, kind of like a daycare center, a certain amount of children per adult that's in at the
Correct.
parties. Okay, okay. So you're able to
Usually
keep.
it's a 5.
Okay, okay. So I know as far as the beauty community concerns, and this does fall into what our theme is today, because there was a story of the YouTuber Nikki Tutorials. If you've ever seen her, beautiful girl, I loved watching her tutorials. She is really, really famous as far as YouTube, influencers are concerned. And she came out as a transgender woman in an emotional new video. I have yet to see the video because I was preparing for this show today. But what I wanted to say is that, when we look at people like Nikki Tutorial, when we look at people like Jeffree Star, when we look at people like all of these beauty influencers, we like, oh my God, they have beautiful skin, and how can I get that for myself? Well, Chyna has products that are for adults as well as children. But the thing is, in order to get that that level of radiance, that we see in this picture, because she is a beautiful young lady, you have to take care of your skin, and it all starts with. Hold on. At one time, when you do have the time, what would your skincare regime with your products be like? What
Okay.
products would you use?
So right now, we only have the sugar scrub. Okay, and
Okay.
that actually covers head to toe. So you
Okay.
can concentrate on your face, or you can use it as an entire body scrub. So um, that's really all I use as far as for the children. So I have to make a correction. It's mostly geared to children. So I'm
Okay.
not saying adults can't use it, because you can,
Okay.
uh, but it is for your entire body. So
I'm
it's
looking at your skin, Nikki. China. What what do you do as your most basic skincare? Because I came off fresh face today, no
yes, you
lashes,
can.
no lipstick, no nothing. I'm just here, and I want
Okay.
to know, like, what can I do so I can have a glow like you? Like, what would you say?
I'm
You
gonna,
don't have to endorse other people, specific products,
I'm gonna,
but tell us, is it?
I got you covered. So the first ingredient is water.
Of course.
So a lot of people don't drink water, don't like water.
Mhm.
I can't understand that, because I can drink water all day long from sun up to sundown, but that's like 50% of the battle. And then just establishing a regular skin regimen. So some people skip out. I don't wash their face in the morning, but get in the bed with their makeup and their pillowcase is full of makeup, that's seeping into your skin. You have to
Mhm.
get that stuff off. So being consistent in any routine. So even if you, like you said, not endorsing anybody, but if you were using Clean and Clear or Noxzema or whatever you use, you have to be consistent.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So that's the number one thing, is water. Number two, a regular cleanser. Anything that would have like a microabrasion, you see the little beads, that's exfoliating your skin at the same time as cleansing. So that's getting rid of all that dead skin, all your day, and all your going to be day. And the next thing would be a moisturizer. We have to moisturize our skin, especially now it's winter time. I know you guys are in California. I'm in Illinois, right outside of Chicago, so it gets really, really cold. And I can always tell a change in the skin once the temperature drops, because it's not as much moisture in the air or
Mine is
humidity. So
flaky.
you need that. Yes. So a lot of us African American women have issues in our T zone.
Hmm.
So we'll be dry here with a shiny nose.
Exactly.
Right.
True.
Yes.
I'll,
So again, a toner will help with that. Like I said, just being consistent is the main thing in the morning and in the evening. You want to get the day off of you at night for sure, especially if you wear makeup. A a makeup remover first, and then a cleanser and moisturizer. That's what you want to do. And if you're having like spot issues, a toner. If they don't have sensitive skin, do you really? Or do you have sensitive skin?
you're coming in and out.
Or
You're coming in
are
and
you
out.
not? You
Wait a minute. Something. Okay, try now.
okay? So when people say they have sensitive skin, and are you just not using products to your skin type? Some people are just using something that's just extremely too hard for their skin type. So you have to be careful. Now, if it gets too damaged, or like you said, if it was like really dry, like flaking and hurting and burning, then you need to see a dermatologist. Okay, and they can pinpoint exactly what you need to use. So don't try to self medicate yourself or self assess and just try a bunch of products and then your face is ripped to pieces. Not a
Yeah.
good idea.
Very true. I
So
went through
that's
that process where I was using. I forgot. I tried to use because I used Dr. Bronner's to
okay.
as a body wash, but I decided to use it
Okay.
like straight by itself on my face though, and I used it with my face brush. And by the time I got done
Mm-hmm.
using, oh my god, I had
Blink
red
off.
welts all over my face.
Oh no, no.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
when I just use it with the towel, it's not too rough. But using it with
Mm-hmm.
the brush, like I guess
With the
the
brush,
abrasiveness, yeah, I did myself in. I thought I was getting clean. I
you
was.
should. That's the product. That's the product because it shouldn't do that. So I know we're not like officially endorsed. My regimen is through Mary Kay,
Okay.
and I love it.
So what
I do
Mary Kay
also.
products do you use?
So I use the system. It's an acne, and I have acne still, even at my age, which will leave you to wonder. So a deep mask, it's a charcoal mask. I use that twice a week. The Time Wise line is comes with a cleanser, cream that you can to keep you keep that age back there. Keep yourself looking as young as you can because it works. So over 4 weeks, you will see results. Some people in their first face are like, "Oh, this is amazing." So again, I always say if you're going to do it, make sure you're consistent. It's a regimen. It's a night regimen. So that along with the charcoal mask 2 times a week.
It works.
Okay,
Okay.
and they have to push.
Okay. Okay. Let me
I'm
see.
telling you.
Now, basically, I know you just mentioned a nighttime skincare routine. So I know some people's their morning skincare routine is a little bit more intense than a nighttime skincare routine. But I would say for someone, you should try to do a more intense nighttime skincare routine because then
Yes.
your skin has a time to relax and it has an opportunity to recover from whatever you did to it during the day and to absorb all the products that you put in to give it a chance to heal. So, is there anything specifically that you use at night or you would recommend someone to use on their child? Because I had someone who asked me before, like she had a mixed child, and she was a Caucasian woman, and she wasn't 100% sure on what she should use on her child's hair or what she should use on the child's skin. And I was doing my best to try to give her pointers. But would you tell her to use the sugar scrub on the baby's face at night instead of during the day, or would you tell her to do it intermittently during the week? How would you approach that?
Okay, so I would say at night, she could use it. You could let it sit on the skin for about maybe five. It'll take 5 minutes. Right,
Okay.
moisten the face first. Put it on there, let it sit about 5 minutes, and wipe it, rinse thoroughly. And then any kind of moisturizer for kids. Now I don't have any special one.
Would
You
you
just need to
use?
make.
I use like natural products.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab this because well, or we can revisit it because I actually have. Well, actually, I have time today. Hold on one second.
Okay. Whatever you have. Yeah, there's some out there for sure.
So I ordered this sample box of different natural organic butters. It is like a natural
Mhm.
organic butter set, and
Okay.
it gives like this is Aki butter. If you guys are familiar with it, you can look it up. Aki ACAI butter, Aki butter. I have yellow shea butter. I
Okay.
have
Shea butter's always good.
yes, aloe butter. I really love the aloe butter. Kokum butter,
Mhm.
matcha butter,
Okay.
Bakuri BACURI butter, white shea butter,
Mhm.
cocoa butter, which is really compared to the other butters. Cocoa butter is
Mhm.
surprisingly hard, but it works really well. We have raw
Okay.
cocoa butter. We have muru muru butter. It's MURU butter.
Okay.
Mango butter and Capacu butter, which is CAPUACU. So I went
Okay.
through because of my skin. I haven't tried to use it per se, but I've dabbled in like natural stuff. That's why your company stood out to me. I'm like, okay, so people have stuff that are for adults. Like I have little mixtures and stuff like that that I do for adults. But you have stuff
Right.
that's really for children. And that salt
Yeah.
the sugar scrub is excellent. But like what would you follow it up with? So I would tell you because since you're developing your line, I found
Mhm.
this on Etsy for about
Okay.
I'm not advertising for them, but I found this on
Right.
Etsy. It was about $30, okay,
Oh.
and it's $30, and they gave us all these little samples. Like if you guys could see, it's from J&J Farm, and it gives you a samples of all the different butters. So I the what which one? I think it was the matcha butter. The matcha butter that I tried, or was it the cocoa? Okay, I think it was the matcha and the cocoa butter worked the best with my skin. So what I did was I took a little chunk of each of
Mhm.
them and I kind of just rubbed it into my skin because I have very dry skin. And I
Mhm.
saw like what the absorption compared to all the other ones are. Now I know you guys can't see it, but if you can see it, well, now it all looks shiny. But this it absorbs really well. It doesn't leave like with shea butter. Shea butter is kind of thick sometimes, and if you use too much, it leaves like a film on your skin. This absorbs
Mhm.
really well. The cocoa butter is the best if you don't want any type of skin film or like oily feel. Even though this doesn't give an oily feel, it feels really great on your skin. The cocoa butter is almost like a dry feel when you put it on your skin. It's like a very dry. Have you ever had a dry lotion?
A dry lotion.
Yeah, where it's not dry because lotion can't be dry, but it's a dry
Okay.
lotion to where it absorbs really fast into the skin, and it's almost like you see your skin is well moisturized, but you don't have any of that oiliness or that sensation that comes with using products. Like, have you ever used Nivea before? And Nivea is kind of really great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, it doesn't leave that on your skin. Like this is a
Mhm.
dry, and it absorbs instantly, and you're just left with this soft, supple feeling skin. So I would tell you
Mhm.
from my own personal, because I do some stuff.
Mhm.
You should try to see if you can look into cocoa butter. That's going to be
Okay.
our live on Tony Talk secret that we're giving to Miss
Okay. Cocoa butter.
Kokum. It's KOKUM.
Okay.
Kokum butter.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different stuff, but this, it feels, when I tell you, I mean, I'm like, feel it through the but when it doesn't leave an oily film and it makes your skin feel amazing. But when you're doing stuff like this and you're dealing with your children, you want to
Yeah.
do research into those companies and see what they have to offer, because tomorrow we have a treat for you guys. Hopefully it comes in the mail tomorrow. We
Okay,
have
hopefully everybody cross their fingers.
right, cross your fingers. Miss Chyna has blessed me with a sample of her product, and I definitely need it because it is the winter time. My skin peels. Okay, I peel like a snake. It's weird, but it happens. I've come to accept it. It's a part of me. But my skin peels like a snake. So if I could get some of that beautiful sugar scrub on my face, and you'll be able, if you look at my face today and then maybe look at it tomorrow, you'll probably notice an amazing difference. And that's what we're going for. We want you guys to have an experience that you are going to enjoy, and I think that Miss Chyna is well equipped to give us that. Okay.
Yeah.
But if we go our next slide, let's see.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. So a lot of people have questions about, when they do get products like a sugar scrub, or like, you said moisturizers, or if they're doing masks or eye cream or skin serum or something like that. They wonder, how much product should you use? So what would you say would be a good amount of product? It's not for a whole body scrub, but just for a facial scrub. Would it be like a dollop, meaning, a scoop of the finger, or a teaspoon if you want to measure it out exactly? How much would you say somebody needs?
So the slide that you have up there is perfect. So a little dab will do you, and that's true. Okay. So this is a perfect example. So literally just a little bit can go through your face. Mm-hmm. And with the cleanser, the water is helping to make the lather for you. Mm-hmm. So you don't need that much. Those are perfect portions. Someone actually asked me that today during the facial. They were like, well, how much am I supposed to use? Just a dab so it can last you.
Okay. See, I'm a horrible person. I would have been used the whole jar.
You're doing this, right?
Basically.
They only need one finger, not four.
So, and I think a lot of people are under that misconception that you have to use with a quality product like what Miss Chyna is offering for the Dainty Dial Spa. With a quality product, you don't have to use a lot. Just use enough to get on, as long as it's enough, because your skin is not going to absorb all of that product. So use just enough to get it all over the surface of your skin, and let your body do the rest. Your body's going to absorb all of that nutrients and get all of the benefits that product offers. And then you will see the results later on as your body, it shows you the results that this product is working. This is a good product. You do not have to use, which I am so guilty of, the whole bottle in one facial.
Yes. Like, wait a minute, what happened? This is supposed to last.
Basically, it lasts 2 days with me. I'm just like, oh, well. And I think a lot of people are guilty of that. We will use the whole thing and be like, oh, this product is too expensive. I just spent all this money and I only got 2 facials out of it. Well, baby, you was actually supposed to get 35, but
exactly. There you go.
Okay. So now, let's see. So just going off of this image where we have the cleanser, the eye cream, the skin exfoliator, what order would you use those?
Okay, so it should be the cleanser always first. I'm going to clean the skin. Okay, secondly, and then if you have a microabrasion in there, then you wouldn't need the exfoliator later, because that's kind of double scrubbing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you would, the order would be the cleanser first, And then if you have a mask, that would be second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you have a good mask and cleanser, I'm telling you that physical exfoliator is not necessary.
Okay.
So skin serum is kind of like the icing on the cake. That's like, ooh, giving myself something extra. So that would be next, and then your moisturizer, and then finish it off with the eye cream.
Okay. Okay. So let me see. Let me see. Because I'm a criminal when it comes to skincare.
And let me tell you, I just got my mind right recently.
It
Trust
takes
me.
it's a process, especially when you
Yeah.
have work or
Yes.
you're trying to build your own thing, or you have and then you have children on top of it, or you have family members and stuff like that. It is a process to actually get your mindset to doing that. Like I noticed when I was a kid, when I was in my teens, like wait a second, if my pillowcase is dirty, my face break out. Let me go wash this.
Right.
And
It's discipline.
I thought that that was the solve all. Just make sure my pillow's clean. I'm okay. Well, actually, it
That's
was
part.
more than that. I gotta make
Yes.
sure my face is clean.
Exactly.
Go to sleep. I still do it though. I go to sleep with my eyelashes on, makeup. Sometimes wake up, got
We all
eyelash.
guilty.
Yeah,
Everybody guilty at least once or twice. Nope.
it
Don't
that.
prepare myself. Just get back on the train. Dry out and not be like a sponge and kind of collect bacteria.
Okay.
Okay, so that's perfect. And then what I know is it should be a no brainer, but make sure your hands are clean as well.
Oh no, no, I can live by that because not only like if I have somebody and they're doing well, I'm you know what, that's a whole nother subject. That's yeah, but make sure your hands are clean. Like that doesn't make sense. You just got done eating some chicken and you gonna play in your face and then you wonder why you break out the next day with bumps. That it just it's
Right.
logic. Sometimes it's logic. Okay.
Sometimes. Uh-huh.
You know, you're giving them something positive to look towards, and you're uplifting young women. You're teaching them self-care. You're teaching them skills that they're going to need in their adulthood and that they will kind of fall back on, because I know the things that my mother, like I was in a charm program when I was in my teens, and I still use the etiquette skills that I learned from that charm school, or you want to call it
Etiquette school, yeah.
yeah, I had to go to because I'm a rough girl,
I know.
and my mom knew that, so she sent me to etiquette school. So
Yeah.
the things that I learned from that etiquette school, I still use today, and it has taken. I believe it has taken me further in life. I would have gone if I did not have that skills. I wasn't blessed with that knowledge at such a young age or in my teens. So, what can you say, like dealing with these kids? You know, what has happened in the community where we went
The Color Purple. Suge Avery.
Yeah.
Okay. She would shake her shimmy, but she started church choir.
Yeah. So what can you do? What advice would you give to where things happen where how did we go from women of worth, and there were a lot more women of worth back then compared to the women who danced around with their titties out or with bananas on their waist.
Right.
How did we go from a majority of women of worth to a majority of the others?
Okay. I think you touched on it just really briefly, but you had the answer already. When you said that your mom knew you were rough, so your mom.
I was a tomboy. I wasn't rough,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
I
So
wasn't fast.
she spurred you. She mothered you to, okay, you're gonna do this charm school. So I think we're missing that element of a mother being a mother instead of a mother being a friend.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then, like my husband always said, Big Mama's missing. So if Mama doesn't get it together, then Big Mama's gonna step in.
Yeah.
We're missing that element. We're missing that family figure that we can look at every day. It's nice to have someone you look up to on TV. That's great. But if you're not having that in your home on a daily basis to see a living example, something that's tangible, that's what's happening. So they look into, and I love Cardi B, but they look into Cardi B, or they're looking to Nicki Minaj, or they're looking to whomever, but there's no one in the home that they're looking to. So the same stars they have in their eyes for those people, they should have for their mom, their grandma, an auntie, and anyone, an older sister even.
And the thing is,
because everybody's situation is different,
when you look at those stars and you look at the lifestyle that they portray compared to the lifestyle that they might actually live. If you look at Nicki Minaj, she just got married,
Right.
But we don't focus on that. We don't focus on, if anything, they disrespect her marriage.
Right. Exactly.
But she just got married. She's settling down. She's doing something outside of, and the music is part of her career, and part of her career is to portray an image. But I think that's kind of irresponsible on behalf of some of these women, because they need to bring it on home and say, okay, you know what, this is what I may do for fun, but I'm not actually out here fucking these niggas. Not to be said like that, but we just gonna be honest. I'm not out here sleeping with these people.
Right. Oh.
I'm not out here, really trying to say, forget them, get money. I'm not out here, selling myself short. I'm getting paid $1 million to tell you a lie. Like, actually, I have a husband. I have a stable life. I have a home. I live in a mansion, baby. This is how you step up. This is how you do it. Except for we so stuck on, the image that they're pushing to us, block girls and block boys and hot this and hot that and, hot girl summer. Hot girl summer. Well, the girls who did the hot girl summer, one of them, pregnant and engaged now, and she's not even endorsing that anymore because she has kids and a family.
Right. And that's what's happening. We're getting caught up in what we see. Just like I will never forget it. I saw a meme when Beyonce's Lemonade came out. I saw a status or a meme, I'm not sure, but I was like, okay, you want to be like Beyonce? She gonna have y'all out here single and looking for a man, and she at home cuddling with her husband or kids.
Basically.
So, perfect example.
Basically, she had y'all. If put the ring on it or whatever it is. Well, she had a ring. She with a billionaire, whatever, and she's good. And y'all still out here struggling. Like it's a big divide. Something's wrong. Basically, something is definitely wrong. But we want to be like them, so we do the best that we can. We walk around. Well, not we, but a lot of walk around with little or nothing on. Allowing yourself to be disrespected. Allowing people to see you not for your worth, but you don't even see your own worth. For you to allow somebody to see your worth. Like, and I think a great way to start to set that foundation of self-worth, of self-love, of self-esteem, and awareness of, what's going on in this world is to bring your kids to things like the Dainty Doll Spa, to where you see them in an environment of young women that are doing positive things with their life. You might think, oh, it's superficial to take your daughter to go get a facial. Well, actually, no, it's not superficial. It's teaching them about self care and self love. Taking that time, painting
That's
your
it.
daughter's nails, brushing her hair, teaching her how to take care of herself. Because there are a lot of women out here who don't know how to take care of themselves.
That's it. You are hitting the nail on the head.
So would you
Yeah,
ever expand your enterprise to where you would do like miniature classes for girls or anything outside of just like the facial environment for parties and stuff like that? If someone would ever invite you in the future to venture out to do that?
So I haven't thought about that to this very moment, but that's something to think about for sure. For me, I would do it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I would do that. I haven't, and I hadn't thought of it until you just intrigued me with that idea. So I would be open to doing something like that. I would. I
As
would. And
I
I,
think the community needs it.
like I
I
said,
know.
you.
Yes.
So I was thinking, like, kind of back where you were saying that, oh, that's superficial. So I was thinking about that as you said it, but I have 25 brand ambassadors. Okay, there's 20 that are local and 5 throughout the nation.
Okay.
That represent the brand. They advertise on their social media for me. But it's not just about a facial. On the ones here locally with me, they volunteer as well. So they go out to the community. We did a coat drive. We gave toiletries to a shelter, a women's shelter. So it's not even just about facials. It's about giving back to the community, knowing the little girls' faces, like people know them. It's great. It's just a whole experience. It's like you said, like a superficial, oh, I'm getting dialed up and I'm too good now. No, I'm learning to take care of me, love me. You have to love you first before you can either give love or even receive love. You have to love yourself first. So if you still do
I
that, it will stick with you. And them times when you walk with your lips popping and some guy whistling, you can give them a look like, nope, I'm worth more than that.
And I think that's a big thing. I was talking to my niece the other day, and I'm like, what does certain things do for you? What does it make you? She said, oh, it makes me feel beautiful. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm this and I'm just like that. Like, oh, that's amazing. But and I wanted to say more, but it's kind of like, it's a guided step. You slowly but surely, you have to teach them, you have to show them, but you also have to lead by example because you can talk
There you go.
until your face is blue, but if you're not leading by example, then they're
No.
they're not gonna take. Kids see you for your BS.
Thank you. So they're hearing you, but they're looking more.
Mhm.
So you have to balance that.
Yeah, you do. You definitely
Whatever
do.
they see mom do, they're gonna you're their role model. They're gonna want to be like you.
Exactly. So starting
So
with that small idea because it usually start like they say the faith of the size of a mustard seed. Like it started with the idea and it has grown to what it is now. And the thing is, I hit on it, but you were already doing it. So it's like it's pretty amazing. You were already doing it. Like, do you want to slowly but surely grow, or how are you dealing with the growth of this? Because I know Joliet is a small town, but if you're already nationally known, like how are you trying to reach out to these mothers, to spread your message? Because what was your original goal when you started the Dainty Dolls?
just parties with a spa theme. That was
Okay.
it. That was it.
But how did it mature into something else? How did you realize, wait a second, I can take these girls, my brand ambassadors, and I can have them volunteer. I can have them go out and donate and show them because it may not have clicked to you right then and there, but God knows what He's doing. It may not have clicked to you what you were doing or the effect that you may have had on these children's lives. But as
Mm-hmm.
you're thinking about it now, because I know you're mulling over it, like
I am.
what what um I don't know. What do you think of the work that you have done now? Once you realize this is what you have been doing.
Mhm. So it's funny that you say it. So I'll share just a very quick, and I mean very quick story. Like I told you, I started with 5 girls from my church, and so they, once you get acclimated to something, it kind of just it's like part of life now. So one of the moms is booked a party for their daughter, and they got their invitations yesterday, and they were in the
Okay.
nursery playing. I was in the back doing something else, but they were in the nursery playing, and they were playing like they were me. They're like, we're gonna be like TT China when we grow up. We're gonna have our own spot. So that just shows me that even though I'm just doing what I like to do, it's impacting these little girls. They're 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're already saying stuff like that. It didn't hit me until I heard that with my own ears from they're not paying attention to me. They're over there playing like this is their creative imagination time, and they're saying that they want to be like me and have a spot like me when they grow up. Like that. That's mind blowing. So it is, and I just that means I'm doing what my mission was, and like I said, it's just really to promote self love, and I can't take the credit. I have someone that mentored me. In my state of at some point I gained a lot of weight. I was like 118 all my life, and then one day I was like almost 200, and I didn't know how to cope with it. I didn't want to face it. I didn't. Like I refused to buy a large or an extra large. I just refused to do it until somebody was like, "Look at yourself." So you have to definitely, when life gets going, take that space for yourself. A facial, a pedicure, 15 minutes, relaxation, some cucumbers, stuff you can get at the grocery store. You can mix up oatmeal. You can mix up nectar and honey and put it on your face. It's natural products. You didn't spend that much money. You bought a cucumber, a little bit of honey, mix it together. Yeah,
And
a
put it on your
facial.
face. And that's a
Yeah,
whole facial, a experience at home, a little self
at
care and
home.
a little self love will take you a long way.
A long way. In them dark hours where you just think life is doing too much and I can't do this no more. Take a moment to stop. Put on some soft music, a little candle at home. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I know if we have kids, we got a busy life, we in school, we try to live our best life, but you have to stop and take time for yourself or you're not going to get to that best life.
Very true. Very true. So I want to thank you again, and can you give us like a sneak peek of what we're going to look forward to tomorrow? Because I'm excited. I came fresh face, no makeup, no nothing. I'm ready to
I
go.
know. This is it. This is what you'll get. You should get this
Uh-huh.
tomorrow. Okay? And it's this one is the lime. So I have 3 scents: lime, lemon lime, orange sherbet, which is really, and strawberry. And when I say when you open the container, you're gonna be amazed. You're gonna try to eat it. So even at the parties, I have to tell the kids to wait for my instructions because they all think it's ice cream.
So is it safe if a child was to ingest it? Is it safe?
Yeah, they'll be okay. They're not gonna die, but it's not gonna taste good. But it looks like ice cream, like because it
Okay.
comes with sprinkles and everything. Like so, it's like ice cream scoop. They scoop it out of a scooper. With
Okay.
an ice cream scooper, you can put sprinkles on it. So it's mainly just for decorative effect, but it's amazing. I promise. When you get it and you pop the lid, you're gonna be like, "Can I eat this?" But it's not what you think. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll be using it tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, so we'll be using this, and I thank you guys for tuning in. We're live with Tony Talks and joining in the conversation. Let's say thank you to our guest, Chyna, and we'll send out prayers to Taya the Diva. And you guys, peace out, love, and hair grease. Live with Toni Talks. Live with Toni Talks. No, just let.
Are we still